Hello friends, today we are going to learn a new topic, that is isolators. In previous classes we have already seen different type of fuses, LT fuses and HT fuses we have seen. Today very interesting and important the equipment that is used in our power system and distribution system is isolator. Before going to that isolator, let us introduce myself. My name is Dr. C.H. Yadaya, lecturer in Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Government Polytechnic, Husnabad. Let us see today topic, and today topic is regarding to C18 5th semester EE 504A switchgear and protection subject. In that the classification of switchgear and fuses. Now let us see. On completion of this topic you would be able to know introduction to switches, earth switch, its application, salient points of an isolator, operation of isolator, and classification of isolators based on different factors. Today we are going to cover few classifications, and next class we are going to cover remaining classifications. Let us enter into our subject. As you know that our electrical power is very helpful in day-to-day life. Our electrical energy can convert into any other forms. As we know that energy cannot be created, cannot be destroyed, but it can be converted from one form to another form. So in that line our electrical energy is the front. So we have to learn few more things about our electrical energy. At the same time our electrical energy is a very powerful, but at the same time it is a very dangerous to the operator as well as equipments. That means we have to monitor, control our electrical energy every stage, so we can obtain a maximum extent of advantages from electrical energy by monitoring and controlling with a protective safety equipments. Here we are going to learn another one protective equipment, safety equipment, that is used in our domestic houses as well as in our power system, that may be in receiving stations or sending stations, substations. So we can use this type of equipment, that is known as a isolator. An isolator is a mechanical switch device. It is intended to be opened when the circuit is not carrying current. So here, only one thing, what is the main aim of this isolator? So isolator can be operated under no load condition only. That means it cannot be operated under any current carrying condition. Whereas the circuit breakers, other switches can operate under its rated value. whether it's on or off, but isolator must always operated under no load condition only. Then what is the need? If it is not operated under load condition, then what is the need of this isolator? So safety. So we can see later, it is a mainly safety purpose, isolation of electrical circuit from equipment which is going to maintenance. Now if you are seeing these isolators in domestic also we have, that is you can see this is the figure. So it can isolate the input circuit and output circuit when it is on open position. You can see here figure. So this is a 33 kV isolators. It has 3 limbs, and at extreme 2 limbs are one is connected to the receiving end, another is connected to the sending end. So in middle post, that is you can easily rotate in clockwise direction, so it can be opened or closed. That means it is a double break situation. So at the same time, before going to our power system, you can see here also, so one of the DP double pole switch you can observe in our domestic appliances. If any problem occurred in our house, we can simply, the switch should be off position by pushing the push upward. So at the same time, it also indicates whether power is available or not. By seeing this indicator, we can say, oh, power is available or not. So this is a one isolator, double pole isolator. It can manually operated, not automatically operated. That is a one disadvantages. Nowadays these isolators also combination of with MCB, miniature circuit breaker, it is implemented. You can see this one figure. So this is another isolators. The current rating is very high as compared to the previous normal DP. This is the basic idea of isolator. So now the isolator is a device which can operated manually or automatically whenever there is no current flowing through it. So that is the condition of isolators. So isolators, it has the male and female contacts, and at the time of manufacture itself, its making and breaking capacity may not be considered while making this isolator. So let us see its in depth what is the isolator. You can see here, you can see one animation. Isolator is a switch. Here you can see. So this is a single break switch. Here what is happening? So when the switch is open, there is no current flowing. Similar to the switch, this one. So internal diagram, that is a left one. You can see when I switch on, it is a closed. When it is open, it is open. Simply it is operation just like switch. But switch in our houses we can operate when the fan or tube lights continue working. But this isolator always operated under no load condition only. You can see double break. So double break means it is the input and output connected. In between there is a rotating part. It is isolates two circuits. Double break, you can see. So by switching, it is closing two contacts. If switching, it automatically open. So this is one thing, the internal diagram of breaker. Now this can be, you can see, is another type of the breaker isolators. So you can see this is we are observed in our domestic applications. What is this one? Isolators are also used in homes to provide essential safety and protection against any electrical problems. So this is the double pole DP isolator. It protects from any unwanted things. Simply we can isolate. So in addition to, we are going to use the fuses also. So this is the double pole. You can see the multi-pole. This is a triple pole. You can see this is a 63 amperes and 500 volts 3-phase triple pole isolator RYB. It can be operated at any time. So this is the domestic isolator where it can operate under 63 amperes up to it can withstand. And another 4-pole isolator you can see as a RYB and neutral, and this is the capacity. It can easily carry the current up to 63 amperes. And you can see this is a isolator generally used in our distribution system where 33 kV gang isolators. It can be operated with addition to circuit breaker. And you can see another one isolator for transformer also we can use this type of the isolators. So it can operate by using the mechanical motor or manually you can operate by using the some lever. So these are the basic idea of isolators. An indoor isolator you can see inside by using the motor it can be operated indoor side. So we have seen previously 2 is outdoor, that is used in substation. It is the indoor isolators where we can operate the switches isolation purpose. So these are the things you have to know. Now after this we are going to learn another type of the switch. So the switch isolator as well as isolator as well as earth switch, also the combination. So now what we have seen in domestic isolators single pole, triple pole and 4-pole isolators generally used in our houses in addition to MCBs, miniature circuit breakers and fuses. After that we have seen 2 isolators used in our distribution system for isolating an equipment from input and output for maintenance purpose. And at the same time we have seen the indoor isolator, this one. But what will happen in substations, high voltage substations? So once the high voltage and low voltage lines transmitted in different areas from load center to from generating station to load center, there is a crossing over the lines. Due to the high voltage in one line, that voltage may be induced in the bottom line or nearby line due to the induction. Even that line is tripped by using the circuit breaker, but due to the induction there is a EMF induced in the conductors that will passes towards the line. And at that time if operator he has the idea that this line is tripped, but once he touches the line he may get the severe shock. At that condition, so what we have to do? So where we are going to do the equipment, that equipment should be isolated on either side. Even if you are tripping the circuit breaker, you have to isolate the equipment which is you are going to maintenance, so either side. So that purpose we are going to use our isolators. Even if you are using the isolator, so due to the induction may be occurred at any time. So what will happen? So whatever that induced voltage, that may be diverted to the ground. So once isolator is opened, then automatically so it should be connected to ground by earth switch. That means if any energy stored due to the capacitor effect or due to the line parameters, due to the lightning or different reasons, whatever the energy stored in the line, that has been transmitted to the ground by connecting it to the earth switch. Earth switch, one terminal is connected to the ground and another terminal is connected to this AB switch, that is the isolator. So once isolator it touches to that line, so whatever the charges in the line is diverted to the ground. Okay, you can see in video you are going to see how even AB switch is opened, then how the switches are getting the spark. We can see later. Now, so this is the earth switch you are going to see. So here see it, earth switch. So this is the earth switch, you can see here. So this is a earth switch, and this is a one post insulator, this is a post insulator, this is a post insulator. And what will happen? So it is a moving, rotating. So here this is a one terminal is connected to the one input, for example. This is connected to the, this is the input, this is the output. So whatever the current enters, it's going to this direction. Once if you are rotating this one, it will, what will happen? It open, it will come, say, instead of this direction, it comes this direction. So that means here, so you are going to get this direction. So this and this is isolated. Once it isolated, so whatever the input line, that is line, is connected to the ground by using the ground wire here. So whatever the charge in the line is diverted to the ground. After that you are going to do the maintenance work on this one. At the same time you can see other figure also here, intended to. So you can see this is a, for example, you can see this is a one terminal, input terminal, output terminal. Once this is rotated, it's opened, then it should be connected to the this one. So where it is connected to the ground. So whatever the charges in the line is diverted to the ground. After that you are going to do work here, equipment. So that is a safety purpose. So this is the thing you have to remember. Earth switch and isolators are interlocked, because so whenever the isolator connected to the live wire, it should not be touch the ground. So it has an interlocking system. Whenever the isolator, the closed condition, the earth switch may not be, if you try to close, it may not be closed, because such a system is provided in the substation, interlocking system. After AB switch open, then you have to take the lever, then you have to use that lever to operate the earth switch. So such a way that it is an interlocking system. Isolator, earth switch are the two switches, they are interlocked each other, and they are the, when isolator is a closed position, it should be open. When isolator is the open position, it should be touched to the isolator. This is the one thing you have to remember. Now what are the salient points? Let us see what are the salient points. Now earth switch used in substation, generally used in substation, but earth switch we are not preferred in case of in domestic, because what? So we are using in domestic LT voltage, low voltage. So there is no possibility of induction effect. But in case of the higher transmission system and distribution system, the voltages are the above 11 kV, 33 kV, 132 kV, 220 kV, 400 volts, 765 kV voltage. This higher voltage increases, there is a possible to induction effect. So that the induction voltage has to be nullified before going to attempt any repair on the equipment. So that purpose we are going to, whatever the equipment we are going to do repair, that should be connected to the ground before touching any manual operation. So this thing. So that purpose we are going to use the earth switches in our distribution as well as the substations in our power system. Next, what is the point? So when isolator opens condition, the earth switch is closed. So it only whenever the isolator is open, it is free, then it has to go discuss with the isolator only. When isolator is busy with connection, it has to wait. It has to wait. It is not going to touch any time isolator. That is a thing you have to remember. Next, you can see here what is happening. So these are the yellowish. You can see the yellowish. This is earth switches, R phase, Y phase, B phases. And when isolator is in closed position, this is the on position. They are working under condition, then what will happen? They are in the bottom, they are waiting only. When isolator is opened, then automatically it will go and meet the isolator terminals. So that is the interlocking system. You can see here. So here is the input and output is connected here by using this wire, and this is the neutral wire. The earth switch is waiting. When isolator is open, it will go meet the isolator only. So that is the advantage of this earth switch. What is the need? Because when our isolator is open, it is sanitized and nothing but this during this time what will happen? So just like this, the isolator is a doctor, is attending the patients, corona patients. After out of the patient room, once again doctor has to be sanitized by the sanitizers. So here our earth switch is a sanitizer, is going to spray. That means whatever the charges, whatever the coronaviruses on the body, that is removed by the sanitation. Similarly, whatever the charge, even open the circuit breaker, and if any charges present on the isolators with its connected line, that is diverted to the ground by connecting the earth switch. This is some simulation you can understand. Now coming to the another point, you can see here. So this is because any induction voltage in the line that passes to the earth through this switch, which is connected to ground, already explained to you. And when isolator is closed condition, the earth switch must be opened. When doctor is entered to the patient, the sanitizer person has to wait. Next, they are interlocked each other. So this doctor and the sanitizer person, they are the interlocked each other. He may not enter into the patient room. So this is one thing we have to remember. So isolator and our earth switch are the both combined each other, they will work together, but it is an interlocking condition. The isolator, as we know that isolator is operated under no load condition only, and once even no load condition also, there is a possible to induce the electric charges on the line, so that has to be diverted to the ground before going to attempt any work on the equipment. So that is the thing you have to remember. So now what is the isolator? You can see this is the isolator. So isolator is the three limbs, it's the R phase, Y phase and B phase, and here is it is connected to the input terminal, for example, and it is going to the output terminal. In between there is a one limb, is a mechanically rotated limb, where it has a connected to the one conducting material. It has to rotate, then it will touch the two terminal, input and output. So whatever the current power enters comes is going to this one directions. So whenever required, so on after when it is a closed condition. So when it has to operate open, so before opening this switch, it has to operate, when it has to operate, it has to take the permission. So after breaking up the circuit breaker, then it has to operate only. That is also interlinked system. So that means has to assist the circuit breaker, and earth switch assist the isolators. This all are the one together cooperate each other. So this let us see how the isolators will work. Now here, now you can see here one line diagram. So here line diagram. Now you can see this is how the earth switch and our isolator they interlocked each other. Here you can see this one figure, how it works, and you can observe. Here you can see this one. So this is a earth switch, connected here lever. This is the isolator switch. You can see this is a isolator switch. So now you can observe how the operator is opening the isolator switch, because isolator switch is operated after switching up the line by circuit breaker. Now circuit breaker is operated, the main line is opened, then isolator is opening. You can see how the isolator is opening by using the lever. Now you can see how the isolator is opening. Yes, slowly it is opening. Then isolator is opened. Even then there is a possible to any charges on the stored on the equipment. So before going to attempt any work, so we are going to connect that equipment to the ground by earth switch. Now it is opening the earth switch. You can see it. So you can see now how the earth switches are going to touch. Yes, the bottom earth switches is going to touch the isolator terminals. Any leakage current grounded to earth. Now we can do the maintenance in this work. So this is an operation of how isolator and earth switch can operate simultaneously. Now you can see. Now after seeing that live part, how 33 kV isolator is open, after that how earth switch is connected to the isolator, then whatever the leakage current or any charges on the equipment is diverted to the ground. So this is the combination of and isolator and earth switch. Similar operation maybe takes place in a bigger substation also, whether is the 130 kV substation and 220 kV, 400 kV and 765 kV substation also. While operating the isolators, how the sparks will come, you can see later in our videos. Now, so let us enter on to our isolator part. What do you mean by the isolator? Isolation is a process of complete separation of various parts of an apparatus, and this separation can either be physical or electrical or both. That means, so here, so whatever the equipment presents, that should be isolated. For example, I want here some work on CT. So you can see this line, incoming line is entering, coming here. So for example, 130 kV line, and before going to this one, so we are going to provide the one lightning arresters, and after that we connected our isolator here. So a single diagram. Let us see the one R phase. Then what is happening? After that it is connected to the one CT, one circuit breaker, and after that it is connected to the common bus, and after that we are going to connect the another isolator, and common bus it is a bus isolator also, and after that once again CT and CB, and next an isolator, and after that we are going to connect our power transformer, and power transformer either side we are going to protect by using the lightning arresters. So this circuit is a replica, this side also you can see. Then here is another bus. So here input, for example, this is a 132 kV input transformer primary, and secondary side we are going to 33 kV. For example, this is a 33 kV side, and So here the transformer, this is the input and this is the output. Here what will happen? So line is entering here. So before coming to the transformer equipment, it is connected through the different equipments. Now for example, here CT, it has some problem. I want to work some work. Then what to do? So I have to isolate the circuit breaker. So here the isolation of this isolator should be operated when the circuit breaker has to work. First of all, it has to open circuit breaker. Once circuit breaker opens, the current passing this line is a 0 because circuit is open, but there is a voltage exists but current is 0. Under 0 condition, as per the law of isolator, it can be operated under no load condition. Then there is no load, transformer load is isolated by using the circuit breaker. Then after that, so there is a possible to charge on the CT. So what to do? So we have to use the, and circuit breaker is open, the isolator, then the isolator has to be operated. It should be open easily. Then what will happen? Here isolator is opened and this side the circuit, the isolator is open. Then both side is isolated. After that, it is connected to the manual earth stick. It is connected to the manual earth stick. Then after that, they will go to repair anything. So this is one thing. So here the isolator, this can be isolator can be operated. Then isolator can be operated. So this isolator can be operated after this AB switch, and this isolator can be operated after this AB switch, and these isolators can be operated after this CB. That means first CB after isolator, next earth switch. These are the three combinations in every substations. So this is the basic idea of isolator in our power system. Now if we are going to the, so you can see the power system, how the power system is exist in a system. If you see one figure, this is the substation. Here where is the AB switch? So AB switch is generally used in 11 kV only. Similarly, AB switch can be operated under load condition for low voltage, but whereas the isolator is operated under no load condition only. That means here higher substations, high voltage substations, we are using the only isolators. Now you can see the, where is the isolator here? So you can see that this is a isolator, this is a R phase, Y phase isolator, and this is a one R phase, this is a Y phase, this is a B phase. Now it is connected here. Here this is the isolator switch, is open, vertically it is upward. So once it is given the signal to this gang operating system, then automatically that will comes to touch this terminal. So that is a circuit closes. This can be operated closed or opened after circuit breaker switch should be open position only. Whether closing time and opening time, the circuit breaker should be open condition. That means no current flowing through the line. That should be, you have to remember. Now so let us see the, we have the some idea what is the isolator. Now so let us see the some salient points of isolators. What is this isolator? Now this isolator switch, that means it is the on off purpose, in particular are used in power grids and substations to efficiently isolate very high voltage operators such as transformers and circuit breakers. That is a one salient point. Next, what to do? In high voltage power systems, isolators are used in conjunction with circuit breakers. And these isolators are conjunction each other, two are brothers, to provide an extra layer of safety to the operators or our equipments. And first, so bada bhai is a circuit breaker. So first circuit breaker is opened when which disconnects the circuit, then isolator is also opened. And for the reverse process, if we want to close the isolator, after work is done, after repair is done, then what to the process to energize the supply? So at that condition, what to do? First, for opening purpose, you have to open first bada bai, that is a circuit breaker. After that, isolator is opened. That is the opening purpose. After work is done, after repair is completed, then we are going to energize the substation. At that condition, what to do? Then first chota bai, that is the isolator should be closed. After that, everything is okay, then bada bai will enter, that is circuit breaker is closed. This is a sequence protocol of circuit breakers and isolators. What to do this? The first circuit breaker is opened, which disconnect the circuit, then isolator is also opened. And for the reverse process, first isolator is closed, then circuit breaker is closed and circuit is reconnected. That is the one thing you have to remember. Isolators separate a certain circuit from electricity main supply and discharge any residual current, leakage current left in the circuit to the ground by using the ground switch. Isolator switches in particular are used in power grids and substations to efficiently to isolate very high voltage operators such as transformers and circuit breakers. It can be seen that it is a physical and mechanical system and it can be operated manually or it can be actuated automatically. Application of isolators have found in providing the safety during the service and maintenance of power system in power grid and in our transmission lines. And these are the few salient points you have to remember regarding isolators. Now once again let us see how the isolator is opening and closing in a animation. So you can see this one and these are the points you have to remember. Now line diagram. In this case you can observe the incoming line, isolator, CT circuit current transformer and circuit breaker, bus bar and isolator, current transformer and circuit breaker, isolator, lightning arresters and transformer primary. After whatever the voltage step down to other side, once again replica to the primary side. Now here the isolator may be whether single break or double break. You can see this figure here. Single break. What is a single break? So break at the time of the breaking, closing and opening, only the arc will appear at one place while due to the leakage current. So here single break, what is only one terminal is connected permanently, another terminal is pivoted on the terminal and touches the opposite terminal. That means here you can see one is a male, another is the female terminal. So here, so you can see the single break. It is by moving this one we are going to get the only single break, and whereas we are going to the second figure, then in this case we are going to get is a double tooth. So you can in bottom figure the double break isolators. So this is the thing you have to remember. The isolator may be single break and double break. So generally single break for the low voltage system, once it is going to the higher voltage, double break. At the same time the single break also we can use in 765 kV also. You can see the videos also. Now let us see another operation of this thing. Now you can see here, so opening sequence of isolator, how the isolator has to be operated. You can see here, so before going to animation you have to see that what is that one here. So what are the, you can see what are the here the incoming current is coming here. So here isolator has to be operated, but I cannot operate it because when circuit breaker is closed position I cannot operate isolator. Then what to do? So first I have to open isolator first thing. After that second one I am going to use the our isolator. That is the thing we are going to do. Now you can see the this one operation. First incoming current is coming, so it is current is continuously flowing because all switches are closed position, all isolators closed position. Now I want to stop this supply. Suppose I require some maintenance, I require some load shedding, I want to stop the electricity from incoming feeder. Then what to do? So I have to operate in first circuit breaker. I have to give the signal to the circuit breaker switch manually. I want going to force it. So now I am going to force the circuit breaker. Then once whether the circuit breaker be SFC circuit breaker, air blast circuit breaker, and all circuit breaker or vacuum circuit breaker, which type of the circuit breaker we don't know, but whatever the circuit breaker we have to operate based on the voltage. As we know that the vacuum circuit breaker can be operated only up to 33 kVE, whereas the SFC gas circuit breaker can be operated up to the 765 kV. So in media we can use the olden days we are using the oil circuit breakers. These oil circuit breakers is go on reducing up to its applications. Now see here the circuit breaker is first operated. Then what happens? So automatically current flowing from the incoming line to this line is stopped. Then what to do? Now isolator has to be now I am going to open the isolator. This is the operation. First I will open the circuit breaker and then I have to open the isolator. These are the electrical isolator operation. The operation of electrical isolator can be done by the following two operational methods, namely one is a opening, other is a closing. So while opening, what we are doing in the beginning, open the major circuit breaker. Next, then divide the load from the system with the isolator opening. So whatever the load is diverted to the other circuit. Now close the earth switch. Earth switch can be become with a interlocking system with the isolators. After opening the isolator, it is connected to the earth switch. The earth switch and isolator is interlocked to each other. That means when isolator is open, only that time the earth switch can be closed. These are some things you have to remember. That means to open at any time an isolator, you have to remember that after opening first circuit breaker, after that you have to open the isolator, then after that you have to isolator has to touch the earth switch. These are the sequence of operation while opening the isolator switch. Then what to do for the next closing? So these are the things. Now closing of the sequence. So how we are going to close the switch? Now in this case reverse operation. So reverse operation means here, so normally, so whatever the work, suppose for example we have some work is done here. After that all work is completed. Now I am going to energize the system. Then first what to do? So I have to use first condition, I have to close the first this isolator. After that I have to use the circuit breaker. This is a sequence. That means before closing this isolator, before that one I want to open the earth switch. First earth switch, and after that isolator, next and CB. Next is a CB. These are the sequence 1, 2 and 3. These are the sequence I am going to operate for closing sequence of isolator. Now we can see the animation. Now what is closed? Now isolator is closed. Then current is coming? No, the current is not coming. Then I will close the circuit breaker. Then once circuit breaker is closed, circuit is completed, then current is flowing. These are the things you have to remember. The closing operation of electrical isolator is what? So detach the earth switch first, shut the isolator next, and shut the circuit breaker next. That means first isolate, the earth switch should be opened, isolator should be closed, and circuit breaker should be closed. These are the sequence of operation of isolator. These are the things you have to remember. Now, so one common question. So what is the general one question? What is the difference between the comparison between the isolator and circuit breaker. That means isolator and circuit both works are same, but what will happen here, the circuit breakers and isolators, isolator can be operated under no load condition only. That means there is no virus, then the person has to come near. But whereas even virus is present, the doctor will come. So by using some safety equipments. Here the normal person is nothing but isolator, and doctor with having the kit, so protective kit is a doctor, that is a circuit breaker. For a attending the service of COVID patient, so the normal person may not be entered directly. So to assist the person, the doctor has to go with his protective kit. So similarly, the isolator is a normal person. He can only operate after curing of the COVID positive. That means isolator can be operated under no load condition, no virus, no load condition, there is no current flowing through the line, then we can operate whether it is open or closed. But whereas the circuit breaker doctor, he can attend when it is a positive COVID patient or negative patient, he can attend. That means circuit breaker can be operate under load condition, under no load condition, under we can operate manually, we can operate remotely, we can operate automatically. Whenever the fault occurred, it detects directly. So this is a difference between the circuit breakers. Simply generally questions are, what is the difference between the isolator, circuit breakers, AB switches? So here the three are the brothers. First is the AB switch. AB switch is the chota brother, that means is a little brother. So what will happen? The AB switch is generally used up to the 11 kV or maximum 33 kV. We can operate under load condition also. Then what will happen? Once operated, there will arc will appear between the male and female contacts, and this arc may melt the tips of this one. So at the time of design itself, the male and female contacts of the AB switch is designed such a way that it can withstand the breaking and making capacity. Whereas isolators, so it has no breaking and making capacity system at the time of manufactures. So it is intended to operate under no load condition at any cost, but we can operate under any voltage. But AB switches are operated up to maximum 33 kV only, but isolator can be operated at 765 kV up to 765 kV, but no load condition only. Whereas circuit breakers, the circuit breakers can be operated from 11 kV to 765 kV. That means bada bhai. So because what will happen? So in that there is a spark, the arc may be occurred whenever the circuit is breaked. So the arc may be catched by different medias, different techniques. So that is provision is provided in circuit breakers. There is no provision is provided in isolators, and some provision is provided in AB switches. The AB switches provided as a, whenever the arc comes, it is a horn gap, it goes to the upper side. So air acts as a cooling media in that case. That's why air brake switch. This is the one difference between these three. Now here difference is the isolator is assist the circuit breaker. Circuit breaker can operate at any time, but isolator can operate under no load condition whenever the circuit breaker is open. And whereas the circuit breakers are protective devices similar to fuses that protect the equipment from overload and short circuit faults throughout its operation. So this is a thing you have to remember. Now let us see the classification of isolators. So what are the different of the classification? Now isolators are classified based on electrical isolators based on its type, whether. So one is based on its application based and placement based. So where we are going to use it and how we are going to use it, so classified, that is a application based and placement based. Now application based further classified in the single break type isolators, double break type isolators, pantograph isolators and MCB isolators. These are the applications where you are going to use it. I think now you have seen the single break type switch and double break type isolators. Pantograph isolators you have to might observe in trains, electric trains. Electric trains there is a pantograph, it's a collecting the energy from the 26 kV single line. At the same time in power stations also at the 400 kV we are going to use the pantograph isolators. We can see later in the video clip. And MCB isolators generally used in our domestic purpose. Now these are the based on applications. MCB isolators are used on the domestic purposes and low voltages. Pantograph isolators generally used in railways in 400 kV or 765 kV voltages, and double break type switches and single break type switches are generally used in our substation as well as in our domestic also. This is the classification of isolators based on application. Now coming to the applications based on the placement where you are going to use this isolator. Whether you are going to use in a bus side isolator, transformer bus isolator and line side isolator where you are going to use. So in our single line diagram you might observe this thing where we are going to use. Let us see today we are going to study that the isolators based on its application. Now you can see this one. The electrical isolators are classified further. Here you can see single break isolator. How it is a breaker? Is a only single, it can operate single break. At one time one is fixed, another is a moving terminal of limb. So one break takes place only here only. That means if the braking takes place only this side only. That's why single break. Now coming to the other is a double break. In this case what will happen? So there is a possible to arc may be occur this direction, arc may be direction this direction. That is a braking takes place at two places. That's why it is known as a double break switches. Now coming to the another one is a pantograph type isolators. So you might observe in railway train, the electric trains, and MCB generally you might observe in our domestic. Now so we can see one by one in details how the single break switch and double break switch, pantograph and MCB. So we can see one by one in details by seeing the figures also. So what is a single break switch? Now see the single break switch. Single break isolator is nothing but in single break isolator only one terminal connects and disconnects. One terminal will be takes place. So at that condition only spark may occur. That is the single break. Now in double break isolator both terminals at each side connect and disconnect because central terminal is movable. So already we have seen how this is moving. Central is moving and either side is touching to the and incoming and outgoing terminals. And another is the pantograph. So here the pantograph both terminals at each side connect and disconnect only because of forces of stresses or tension. Here their external forces are generally used for touching the terminals, and usually is no locking mechanism provided here in this case. So whereas other is a locking, earth switch provision is provided. Earth switch and isolators are interlocking each other, but pantograph there is no locking. This type of the pantograph isolator is widely used in electric trains to obtain electricity from overhead transmission line. That is the thing. Next, the last one is the MCB isolator. What is the MCB isolator? The miniature circuit breaker MCB as a operant from the name is designed for low power requirements such as homes and offices. It is designed in a small compact cases so that it can be used in domestic scale wiring systems. These are the things you have to remember. Now let us see the one by one in details with the figures. Let us first of all, you can say double break type isolators. How the double break isolators? You can see here. So this type of the isolator consists of three loads of forced insulators. You can see this is the forced type insulator. Center one is the rotating, and at extreme this side and this side is the one is connected to the input, another is connected to the output. So in center limb we can operate it by using the manually or motor. This is the one. That's the one thing you have to remember. And the middle insulator, you can see here, this is a clarity figure here also. So here the middle insulator holds a flat male or tubular contact that can be turned straightly by spin of middle post insulators. By moving the middle one, it is going to touch the either two contacts. The rotation of the middle post insulator can be done by a lever method at the bottom of the post insulator, as well as it is related to manual operation or motorized operation motor. So we can either mode we can operate. So they depend upon voltage and depend upon the cost. So these are the one thing you have to remember. Next, and you can see the last figure, the power system, how it is appeared. So you can see the R, this is you can see this one, this is the R phase, Y phase, B phase, all are three phases, and center is ready. All will operate at a time by connecting the group lever. So it can be operated from substation or it can be operated from control room also. So this thing you have to remember. Now coming to the another brake system. I think you have any doubt? Now in double brake what to do? So in double brake, so center limb is rotating and the extreme two limbs are connected to, one is the input, another is connected to the output. So based on we can rotate whether it is a clockwise or anti-clockwise based on the connection. So we can contact or open the switches. Now coming to the single brake. In this case the single brake, you can see here, single brake means here only it is a brake, the arc is coming only at one places while in closing, while in braking. So you can see the figures, two figures here side by this one, and what is that one? So here what's the, you can see the top, and so if there is a three limbs, even then you can, so center is a mechanical operator, it is operating whether it's moving the away or moving coming towards the next. So top one is you can see the female terminal, and bottom is directly connected, and it can be operated by moving this operation. This can be, we can see in video also, and you can see the bottom figure, one is both are moved away, one it is both are in this, in bottom figure if you are moving this one, both will rotate only one direction, one is the clockwise, another anti-clockwise, then touch each other. The spark may be occurred, so only single brake takes place in between two. You can see the this one R phase, here you can see R phase, Y phase, B phase. So this is a moving or clockwise direction, is the anti-clockwise direction. Then what will happen? This anti-clockwise, this this is a clockwise, this is anti-clockwise. What will happen? It is a moving, this moving, it touches each other. So this is one thing. Here in this case what will happen? So this has to be connected to the one supply, it has to connect another supply. So this has to be rotated. If you it's moving this direction, then it will go touch this one, then current will passes this one. So this is a one operation. Here what will happen? This braking takes place. Where you are going to take that braking? Here the braking takes place only this one, only here only, and here braking takes place in between only one place. So that's why it is known as single brake type isolators. In this type of isolators, the arm contact is separated into two elements. Here you can see the two elements. The first arm contact hold the metal contact, as well as second arm contact hold the female contact. The arms contact shift because of forced insulator rotation, upon which the arm contact are fixed. At the same time, the post insulators rotation starts in a reverse to each other, which makes to shut the isolator by shutting them. So here is moving in opposite directions. The post insulator counter rotation starts to open the arm contacts as well as an isolator rotation into the off condition. So, as per the rotation it may be closed or opened. So, this is the things you have to remember. So, that means a single break, whether it is moving clockwise, anti-clockwise or moving up and down. So, we are going to touching at one male terminal and female terminal at one place. So, it is known as a single break switches. Now, so next coming to the pantographic type, you can see this one. So, here pantograph type, have you observed? This is the pantograph used in above the train engine. So, you can see the top wire. So, that is the line is a 26 kV AC single line. This is the pantograph. Here is a train, you can observe that the train, this is a train over which this is the pantograph. The pantograph type isolators. So, the pantograph type isolator permits the current switchgear installation and it requires the least space. The type of insulators include a post insulator as well as an operating insulator. So, it is the generally a special purpose we are going to use where space is very limited, then we can use the pantograph isolators. These pantograph isolators used in railways. At the same time, we can use these pantograph isolators for the 765 and 400 kV substations. You can see that video also. These are the things. So, you can this is used in trains, and at the same time you can see, and you can use this is you can use this is used in our substations, high voltage substations. So, this will move upward by using some pressure, some external force is required to operate here. So, that is why it is a pantograph isolators. This is one thing. Now, after coming this one, so we are going to end, that is the MCB isolators. So, generally we use in houses. These are the MCB isolators. The circuit breaker is the device of an automatic circuit breaker or miniature circuit breaker which trips the entire system if any fault occurs. Here this is a MCBs, generally you can observe in our domestic. Here you can see this is a single phase, is a double break, this is also double break, and you can, if you are observing, another one is this is a four pole. So, that means the single pole, double pole and 4 pole isolators generally used. At the same time, MCB isolator, that means it can be operated even current is flowing this one, but it is a very low voltage purpose we are using in domestic, in offices. These are the isolators generally used on electrical fields. I think you have the idea how these are the isolators are helpful to operate maintenance of our electrical system. Now, you can see the some videos regarding to the isolators. Now, you can see this. So, this is a pantograph isolators. Just now you have seen, so pantograph. You can just spark is coming. It is a closed one. It is opening now. You can see it, how it is operated. This is one thing you have to remember. Next, you can see this one. This is another isolators, high voltage. It is a 765 kV isolator, 400 kV isolators. This is the totally charging voltages. You can see that one.
We're on.
So, you can see this, how it is operated.
How about that shit?
Arc is continuous, even then it's a high voltage. So, this you can see this is the one type of the isolator, another type of the isolator. How this operator is operating by rotating the lever, it is opening. You can see here. You can see this one. So, here is a moving. Now we can operate it other side also. Both isolators they can operate for working any equipment in between. You can see this is a isolators. Here you can see. So both are single break. These are the isolators. Generally, you have to remember. Another isolator, or the isolator is opened. High voltage also inside the laboratory. Now, how the isolators is operated in substations? If you have seen these isolators, even circuit breaker is opened. After that, if operated isolators, how the charging current discharged while it is connected to the earth switch. So that is a very important. While operating these isolators, so how the charging current comes, discharges, even the opening and closing before touching to the earth switch. So these should be operated under no load conditions only. Even then, charging current makes a high flash. So these are the things you have to remember. I think you have some idea. Now let us conclude what we have learned today. Now summarize what you are. So today in this period we have learnt about first introduction of switches and earth switch and salient points of an isolator and operation of isolators. How these are very important in our electrical field, how they are classified, how they will work, how they are construction. So we have seen these are the isolators. Now today we have covered only based on application. Next, based on position where we are going to use whether it is used in bus bar system, whether it is used in transformer system, whether you are using in line system, we will see in the next class. I think you have some idea what is bus bar, when it will be operated, what is the purpose of this bus bars, how it will play a role in real field also you have observed by seeing some videos. Thank you very much for observing of this video. Thank you.